Hi, welcome to another episode of Make Astrology Fun again. Um, I apologize for those who've been watching this and the energy is kind of plateaued a little bit. It happens, the point is to kind of make it what you can from how you learn astrology. If you're new to astrology, welcome. My name is Jose. I do a bunch of things, particularly astrology itself, but what I like to call microastrology, where I use over like 150 asteroids to go specifically into what details I need to get when I'm reading a chart. And it's super fun because I want to make another video regarding all this and how it's just so exciting when I saw this video. But that's for another time. Today's video, I wanted to talk about um, what was this one? When we look at things like where we came from the past to, let's say, 2000 years. If you're into that, you know that it was like the age of Pisces, and everything, a lot of it was tied to believing, tied to the faith stuff, tied to religions, and tied to illusions, magic, and all that stuff. That's great. But I find that what that has left behind, especially with the conditioning of the ego, or becoming unconscious ego or unhealthy ego, and individually and collectively, generally speaking, of course, is that we're so used to the magic. We don't realize that it's like, when I say magic, I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean like magic is a good thing, but then it went from believing that kind of stuff to completely not believing, like being skin cynical, pessimistic, negative, all this stuff that's going on right now. And because it's like we don't know what to believe anymore because we've lost the fire within. We lost the ability to believe without having to succumb to delusions. So, right, so this is the gift of what I refer to as Neptune. If you've seen TV movies, you'll see that what do you call this? That there's actually things that sorry, I got a little sidetracked there. When we're talking about believing, right, it's kind of two-sided, just like anything. So I would say to use the if you're aware of the what's it called higher vibrations. Planets have higher vibrational forms of them. Neptune has one of them. It's called Haumea, and she was the Hawaiian goddess of fertility. She was the one who's rebirthed through becoming younger again. So it's this natural ability to work with that magic within. That it's like, if you take care of yourself through believing, it's tied a lot to the Venus approach to which is a lot tied to self-worth as well. So the charm, if you can sense the energy within you when you have Venus, when you apply worth to something, right? And it's kind of like, okay, so I find this value in it. Why? Because it's so precious. Like Venus is tied to like gemstones, but we take it further by believing what's outside of that. And that's Neptune. We're saying there's magic within that. But what happens is sometimes when magic when it's taken to a different direction where it's just like, it's all just fantasy and escapism, right, no longer works. Haumea is more grounded in a way that is what I feel with Haumea. She's the actual potential for true belief, which is um how do I put this? Let me put it this way. Hame is like the reason she's tied to Neptune is because she's like the for what do you call this? It's almost like you have this inner fertility, like I know what I need to do. So this is inner belief that's happening rather than external belief. If you look at the positioning of Neptune, right? He's the boundary between the ego and escaping the ego to beyond the ego. Haumea is actually past that. Haumea is one of the TNOs or the trans-Neptunian objects, right? Haumea is actually past Pluto, astronomically speaking. So when we're talking about Haumea, it's this whole idea of it's inner belief. It's almost like your inner goddess within, inner God within, it's the inner divinity. It's like I trust myself completely because I'm not separate from divine. I am with the divine. I am co-creating with the divine. Same thing with Jupiter. Jupiter is all about expansion. He's also a little about belief and faith, but it's more of like organized belief. So core is that whole like trusting the rhythm of life, analogically or using certain words. Jupiter is also tied to organized religion, so dogma. So core is more about that function of when you have dogma, you're organizing belief and saying, this is my belief. Core is just like saying, this is our belief. So you're one with the universe again. So right, so core comes from he was what was this one? I think he was the one with the long nose or something like that. He represented long nose. So it's like seeing farther than what you see from what in front of you. So it's funny, the story, the mythology ties in exactly with this one. But there's more to this than this. I'll talk more about it in several videos later on. But the way I see it is that when it comes to believing, don't believe, start be living. So just go. If you follow Bashar, he talks about your highest excitement, right? Taking as far as you can without any expectation or attachment to whatsoever to the outcome. His formula. Call it formula. That's not the point. The point is, what are you going to do about things you get in life? These are what I call your ammo. These are your ammo. This is like ammo. Your kind of like say your life ammo, right? It's what is going to feed you and what makes you like, okay, does this resonate with me? Is this really, how do you feel about it? Follow that feeling, right? That's also Venus. Venus is about feeling. Diption is about feeling. Haumea is also about feeling, but Haumea is that release and trust of the inner divine and inner faith and inner belief, right? Same with core. He's about the inner faith, is inner expansion, inner growth. It's almost like I can grow. I don't need to rely on external things to validate my own growth and my own expansion, my own luck. Let's put it that way. Okay. And I'm going to leave you with a quote today. It's going to be simple, actually. Just quote from, this, you've heard this. Rome wasn't built in a day. So take it as you will. Okay. And if you have any comments below on your experiences with your uses of these planets, or just in general, this isn't just about astrology. Astrology, what makes astrology fun is that you don't have to stick to the what do you call this, the vocabulary and all these things. They're there for a reason, but they're like stepping stones. As Eckhart Tolle puts it, words are stepping stones. As I speak right now, these are words. You have to trust what's within, right? So find your inner Haumea, find your inner core. Okay, so there you go. I know that the text says core. I just noticed here's inner core. It's like inner core. Okay, Quaoar. Okay, so anyways, the caption is so funny. Anyways, okay, but thank you very much for watching. Comment down below if you have any questions. Let's talk. Let's connect. If you have any questions, just type it down there as well. But like and subscribe as usual. Thank you for watching as I saw this video. I will see you later. Bye.